Ladies and gentlemen, hey, hi, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for stopping by. Coming up here in Warzone 2 Season 2, we are going to see a major change to gameplay and to loadouts in the form of custom perks. The perk conversation really in Warzone 2 from the beginning has been an interesting one because obviously Warzone 2 launched with just the preset perk packages. And this is something that some players really enjoyed and something that some players really disliked because, you know, some of the preset packages, maybe not all that useful. If you wanted to use Overkill as a perk right away from your loadout, you had to deal with having some less than ideal other perks that you wouldn't get much use out of. If you wanted to have something super powerful like High Alert or like Bird's Eye, you had to deal with having some less than ideal other perks for your base perks, right? There were no like super powerful or super overpowered perk packages, which is why some people enjoyed that because you don't have to have these super crutch perk tiers that are going to create a super dominant and really good perk setup across the board. It was some pros here, some cons there with basically every single perk package. However, when Warzone 2 launched, it was pretty quickly discovered that not everyone had the default perk and preset perk packages. Some players ended up having glitched perk packages where they could actually go through and customize their perks just like in Modern Warfare 2 multiplayer, and this was something that was randomly available to certain players. We've talked with the devs about this and they confirmed that it wasn't only free-to-play players who got the custom perk packages. It wasn't only Xbox players who got the custom perk packages. It was random players here and there. So it was a complete, coin flip of if you had the preset perks or if you had the custom perks. Some people like myself, I had custom perks for like a week and then an update happened and mine got taken away, but then, this person's didn't, that person's didn't. Some players then gained access to it. The whole perk system this year was changed, honestly, for the sake of change, and that caused a lot of controversy in the community. Now, here's what's super curious about the Season 2 update for Warzone 2, specifically regarding the perks. The last time that we spoke to the devs was just prior to Season 1 Reloaded back in December, and we asked them about the whole perk issue. Why are some players having custom perks? Why are some players stuck with just the preset packages? And the devs outright said they have no intentions to give players custom perk packages. They want the game to be played with the preset perks for the reason of not having to worry about major perk balancing, right? That way, if something was super overpowered in combination with another perk that you customized, they wouldn't have to have that extra layer of sourcing, if you will, to change that around and to balance that out. However, here we are. It's been officially announced via the Call of Duty blog that revealed all the major updates coming with Season 2 that custom perks are in fact happening. Here's what Call of Duty themselves had to say about this in the loadout section of this blog. Season 2 will introduce customizable perk packages. This feature will launch with a slightly reduced pool of available perks, which we may slowly reintroduce over time. We want to navigate this particular feature as carefully as possible, ensuring that all available perks provide ample utility and remain viable and balanced options. So while this is not a super detailed description, it is just more of a broad and general overview. This does give us a good amount of information on the perk update coming in Season 2. Now, before we dive deeper into what this means for the general loadout meta and sort of what to expect with the changes here, just a reminder, if you are new to the channel, that every single day I got you covered with all the latest news and intel you need to know for MW2, Warzone 2, and DMZ. So if you want to stay up to date with that stuff, feel free to hit that subscribe button, turn on those post notifications. Also, if you guys enjoy this video, if you guys are excited for the perk update happening, let me know by dropping a like on the video itself. Let's try and aim for 2,000 likes on this one, and want to give a quick shout out to my friends over at Gamer Advantage. Of course, you guys always see me rocking my Horizon frames in every single face cam video. I swear by these things. I love them. From the day I started using Gamer Advantage, I've never looked back. They are on all day, every day, the second I step into the office, because they honestly are game changers. If you're someone who is looking at screens for long periods of time for work, for school, or if you're just gaming, maybe creating some content, these things are insanely useful. They're going to reduce your headaches, your eye strain, and they're going to allow you to sleep better at night as well, so you can wake up feeling nice and refreshed to do it all again the next day. So if you guys ever want to cop a pair for yourself, code WhosImmortal saves you a bit of cash at checkout, and the link for that will be down in the description below. But anyways, shifting focus back to the perk conversation here, obviously it's official now. Everyone is going to be able to customize their own perk packages. And right away, my initial, reaction reading that was, okay, it's going to be a lot of spam of overkill and restock and bird's eye, right? But the big thing to note here is that they do say they are reducing the amount of perks available in the overall perk pool for our custom classes. So we can actually sort of connect the dots here. I feel like one in particular is likely going to be removed for the time being, and that is bird's eye, because as we've talked about several times already on the Trello board right now, they say that they're aware of an issue where the bird's eye perk is not functioning as intended within Battle Royale. Obviously, out of all the perks that we have available in game right now, bird's eye is by far the most powerful and the most useful to actually acquire. So that's one that I likely would imagine is going to be removed here in the Season 2 update while they actually go through and they balance that out. Then they do say they might slowly reintroduce some of these perks over time. Now, keep in mind, they're talking plural here. They say with a slightly reduced pool of available perks, which we may slowly reintroduce over time. So they're going to actually remove multiple different perks from Warzone 2 here so that we're not building these crazy overpowered setups. So when you look at some of the more dominant perks, I am thinking things like double time, overkill, fast hands, restock, high alert, ghost, and bird's eye. I think those are like the main standouts out of the perks available within each tier. So they are going to go through and remove some of those potentially, and we're going to have to wait and see exactly how that plays out. Obviously, as of right now, they have not revealed which perks are going to be staying and which perks are going to be removed temporarily. Now, they do say they might reintroduce those over time. That could be just right back into the perk pool as something you can just select on your custom class right away, or maybe they'll go back to the Warzone 1 style where we actually have lootable perks as well, or potentially even buyable perks via the buy station at some point in the future once they've gone through and balanced things out. I think that could be a really cool implementation in the future, especially because that was a very well received update back in Warzone 1. Personally, I loved the fact that we didn't have to just rely on loadouts to get our perks. We could find different ones on the ground early game before you even had enough money for a loadout or before the loadout event took place. I really like that. So I'm hoping we see something like that in the future, but in general, they are removing some perks from the game and allowing us to customize our own classes, which is going to be huge for gameplay and honestly completely change how you approach acquiring your loadout. If you want to go for overkill right away and knock out that, because you can actually build overkill with a decent perk setup now, or if you'd rather have some more valuable first tier perks instead of overkill, then you go to the buy station and you purchase your second gun individually there, so you have two custom primaries but also have really solid initial perks as well. There's going to be a lot of ways to approach this. Also, keep in mind the way that we are acquiring perks here in Season 2 is not going to be changing, at least that they've revealed up until this point. The only way to actually get your custom perk package is still going to be through the loadout drops themselves, whether you are buying a loadout drop marker from the buy station or getting one from the free loadout events. Now we're going to have two, one in the first circle, one in the fifth circle, just like back in Warzone 1, or you can go ahead and do a stronghold and obviously access your loadout by completing that quick little challenge there. So those are the only ways to actually access your perks here. So there's going to be a lot more emphasis now on doing the strongholds, on paying attention to where those loadout drop events are happening, because this is going to have a huge impact on the meta, a huge impact on custom classes, and just overall gameplay as is. So a very big change coming here with Season 2, and that's basically everything you need to know about the perk update as of now. That being said, that is going to wrap things up for this one. If you guys enjoyed the video, let me know by dropping a like on it, and if you're new to the channel, feel free to hit that subscribe button, turn on those post notifications to always stay up to date with all things going on. But once again, thank you so much for tuning in, and until next time, take it easy, have an awesome rest of your day, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace out.